Good morning, this is Federico Di Caterina with the National Weather Service office in Tallahassee. We're currently monitoring a system that's moving northeast across the tri-state region. Based on surface observation, the low is located somewhere in this vicinity, with a cold front dragged along the south here, and a warm front that's going to be moving north into Georgia. The main concerns with the system will be moderate to heavy rainfall across the area, as well as gusty winds and some hazardous marine conditions through the rest of today and into tonight. I'm going to go over with you guys some of the hazards here. We have a flood watch in effect today through tomorrow afternoon for portions of southwest Georgia. The rain is probably going to continue through today into tonight with a storm total rainfall of around 2 to 4 inches, and this is widespread. So isolated amounts could get as high as 5 inches across the area where we have the flood watch. Now, some of the hazards associated with this will be some river and aerial flood potential, especially along or in rivers that respond really quickly to heavy rainfall, so small rivers and creeks. These are the storm total precipitation amounts. So we've seen, if we go over here to the Florida Panhandle around Defuniak Springs, we've already seen some storm totals around 2.5. So we're likely going to hit our upper threshold here around 3, or maybe even go a little bit past that to 3.5. The rest of the area, southeast Alabama and the rest of Florida, we'll see around 2 to 2.5. And these areas we've seen around 1 inch to 2 inches thus far. So we're pretty much on track to hit those totals. And then finally, up here in southwest Georgia, where we're likely to see the heaviest amount of precip accumulation, we've only seen around 1/2 inch to 1 inch, so we're still expecting some more rain in those areas. With respect to the wind advisory, this is currently in effect. So we're expecting wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour at times. This is especially true over the water, where we've already seen some of these values. Another area of concern will be portions of southeast Alabama as well as southwest Georgia. The impacts in that area, we're expecting soils to be pretty wet. That combined with some of these strong gusts could lead to trees trees easier to fall over, as well as some tree limbs blown down, which could hit some power lines and cause some very isolated power outages. We have not seen any power outages thus far as far as today goes. So here's a map of where some of these stronger winds will be located. As you can see over the water, you can see there's around 40 mile per hour wind gust. Some of these already, as I mentioned before, have already been seen. Over land, due to friction, we're going to see a little bit lower wind gusts in those areas. And then some higher wind gusts here where we have the watch out. So around Dothan, it's around 33 mile per hour gusts, Albany 31, and Tifton around 30. With respect to the marine hazards, it's going to be responding to some of these strong gusts. We do have a gale warning out for most of our offshore waters, a small craft advisory for the areas in near Big Bend waters here. We're going to see some lower winds there. Along the coast, we have a high surf advisory, some pretty strong tall surf wave heights in those areas, leading to some potentially some beach erosion. And also, I don't have it plotted here, but we have some frequent rip currents going on, some really dangerous rip currents in those areas. And this should last, it's currently ongoing, it should last through this evening. So that's pretty much what to expect with respect to hazards and impacts. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to contact us at any time at our phone number or the National Weather Service social media, both on Twitter as well as Facebook. And also we have a lot of information on our website at weather.gov/Tallahassee. Thank you for joining us today. Have a great rest of your day and stay safe.